So after days of waiting, episode 70 of season 3 has finally been released, and indeed, Daft Boom did not disappoint us viewers, because with the number of days he spent on it, this episode is quite crazy. We have to bid farewell to the two bravest warriors of the series. And honestly, I don't know what to say when witnessing such a heartbreaking scene, but regardless, with all they've contributed, this guy deserves to be a legend in the series. So what happened? The scientist skibiditoilet guy really died. And is there any way to bring our two warriors back? Welcome to the Frog Analysis channel. Today, let's analyze and decode the entire mystery of episode 70 part 3 of Skibiditoilet together. This episode starts with the scene from episode 70 part 2 when Dark Speakerman and Plunger Cameraman dealt with the mute Skibiditoilet, and then these two guys took necessary weapons, then went outside the door and continued to the left. At this point, both of them sneakily searched for the door leading to the location of the scientist Skibiditoilet. Then suddenly the door in front of them opened, and then a huge Skibiditoilet came forward. It's so coincidental and surprising because at this moment Plunger Cameraman suddenly had a small malfunction. And to be precise, his camera condition is exactly like in episode 68 part 2 or when Lucky Cameraman met the mysterious hidden agent. This means that at this moment, the hidden agent has intervened and currently, he's helping Plunger Cameraman, because you can see his body becoming invisible, and that Skibiditoilet didn't notice. Not stopping there, if you listen closely, he also says it's fine, which means it's okay. However, that's not all, because Dark Speakerman also becomes invisible. And if you notice, there's a cameraman far away also invisible, and Piria and our two agents. However, soon after, this guy suddenly disappears into thin air, and this proves that he's the one who made Plunger Cameraman and Dark Speakerman invisible. So everything is clear now, with seeing a cameraman capable of invisibility like this. It proves that the alleged ghost cameras appeared in the elevator in episode 70 part 1. They're indeed the special cameramen working for the mysterious hidden agent. Immediately after that, Plunger Cameraman used the remote to prevent the door from closing. And here we can hear the voice of the hidden agent. Currently, it seems he's talking to the scientist Skibiditoilet guy. He says to him, "You're no longer needed.
Do you want to escape? My minions will kill you immediately."
I guess we can't trust him anymore, right? Then he ends his conversation with the scientist, although we don't really understand these words of the hidden agent. However, we can understand some interesting things. For example, the hidden agent said, "My good boys will kill the scientist Skibiditoilet." This means the guy had some escape plans. And if you watch the whole episode, indeed, he prepared quite carefully for the escape.
And the phrase "my pawn will kill you instantly" that the hidden agent said seems to refer to Plunger Cameraman.
Because indeed he was used as a test subject in this episode, and in the previous episodes. The only phrase I couldn't understand is "I can't trust you" because there's no basis to explain that. Besides, this conversation also proved that the hidden agent is related to the scientist Skibiditoilet, and indeed the hidden agent didn't help anyone, and he's emerging as another force in the series, similar to the way the Astro Toilet gang did. But we'll explain this further in the next part of the video. And I'll explain more thoroughly in the segment where he talks to Plunger Cameraman, so make sure to watch the entire video to not miss any important details. Immediately after the hidden agent disappeared, the error message line and the transmission line also disappeared. The scientist Skibiditoilet guy also returned and had a sinister smile. At this point, both of our agents have appeared. Plunger Cameraman recognized the danger, so he used the control to close the door and activated the jetpack to fly up and dodge the laser beams from that Skibiditoilet. This reflex was very sensitive, and it astonished the old scientist Skibiditoilet. Perhaps he was shocked because the old man didn't know how a cameraman, possessing such advanced equipment, could easily open and close doors like that. Then, he pressed a few buttons to activate the laser gun in the room to eliminate our two agents. Plunger Cameraman's reflex was fast enough to deactivate the first laser gun. However, he couldn't do the same for the second one because he didn't have enough time. So Plunger Cameraman had to use the jetpack to dodge, and then find a way to deactivate the second laser gun. The scientist took advantage of both of them being busy to try to escape. However, it wasn't that easy. Plunger Cameraman quickly closed the door again, and now the old man felt fear. However, there was still a way for him to escape. He immediately used his instant teleportation technique. However, all the devices became useless as long as Plunger Cameraman still held the control in his hand. This guy teased him by raising his hand and provoking, and indeed, it made the scientist Skibiditoilet angry. He used his laser gun and shot directly at Plunger Cameraman. However, He easily dodged it with his jetpack because he was too focused on his target. He forgot that there was another character here, namely Dark SPEAKERMAN. He threw his spear straight at the head of Scientist Skibiditoilet, jumping in to attack. However, this old man was still very strong, and his reflexes were extremely fast. He lifted his claw and then stabbed Dark SPEAKERMAN. Then, he punched Plunger Cameraman far away, and then tore SPEAKERMAN apart mercilessly. Plunger Cameraman, angry, rushed in again. However, the old man continued to block him, and just when we thought it was time to say goodbye to the cameraman, it wasn't over yet. The evidence is that with all his remaining strength, Dark SPEAKERMAN activated the reflex part and continuously attacked to distract the old Scientist Skibiditoilet, and it created an opportunity for Plunger Cameraman to throw his spike nail into the left eye of the scientist. This only made the old man even more furious when he shot a laser bullet into Plunger Cameraman's face, causing him to fly away. Luckily he blocked it with his gun, so the damage wasn't too severe. However, Dark SPEAKERMAN wasn't so lucky, because right after that, the old man laughed very triumphantly and shot a laser straight into his body, and then there was no more Dark SPEAKERMAN here. It seems that in the chaotic scene earlier, the old scientist managed to steal the control from Plunger Cameraman. Now, he has unlocked the instant teleportation system. However, before he could reboot the skill, at that moment, Plunger Cameraman's support team arrived. TV Man used his new ability, which is to absorb all the black smoke from Scientist Skibiditoilet, preventing him from teleporting. But that's not all, because if you notice, the entire small TV screen on him has turned into mini speakers, and this could be an upgrade that the scientist recently gave him. Lost TV Man said a sentence "my technology," indicating that he himself has been upgraded to a higher technology. Then the scientist shot a laser beam at Lost TV Man. However, he wasn't injured at all because at that moment, he activated his white light beam to dazzle and push back the scientist's Skibiditoilet. The cameraman quickly used stun guns and shot at him, but it wasn't very effective, so he could still use the control to unlock the pathway downstairs. Realizing that something was wrong, Lost TV Man quickly ordered his team to retreat immediately to hide and ensure safety. This was a very reasonable decision because right after that, a giant scientist Skibiditoilet appeared, and that was definitely the robot that the scientist was controlling. The old man, furious, sought revenge on Lost TV Man by continuously shooting laser beams through the door without stopping. And right now, our team of 3 girls has arrived in time. The 3 girls sneaked up behind the scientist, while Lost Cameraman shot his laser beam to distract him. So, the old man changed his target, and in this scene, you can see the 3 girls drilling a hole behind the toilet bowl and advancing inside. Lost Cameraman couldn't hold on for long, because the beam of light from Scientist Skibiditoilet was too large and moved quickly. So, he officially sacrificed himself after a few seconds. The scientist grinned triumphantly, but not for long as that smile was immediately extinguished when you realized that something was wrong and began to scream and react violently. He repeatedly smashed himself against various objects while screaming madly, finally falling straight to the ground and dying instantly. This means that the girls destroyed the equipment deep inside and attacked even the main version of Scientist Skibiditoilet. Right after that, we can see it. TV Woman attacked with a beam of purple light, while Speaker Woman continuously stabbed his head, and Camera Woman shot his face non-stop. This led to the old man throwing each of them down to the ground. The scientist was also too shaken by the severe injuries, so he decided to open the door above to escape from here. However, everything was within the Alliance's prediction because our trio of major characters was already there. Titan Cameraman quickly seized the old man, and then he burned him up just like a roasted chicken. Then he handed it over to Titan TV Man, who crushed him into pieces and then finally handed him to Titan SPEAKERMAN. And this guy showed extreme anger. Look at the way he attacked the old man. Then you will understand how angry Titan SPEAKERMAN was. It could also be the lingering influence of the energy that Titan Man transmitted to Titan SPEAKERMAN in the previous episode. But regardless, it was quite satisfying for our viewers, isn't it? I wonder if anyone noticed, but you can see in this scene that the screen on Titan Man's left shoulder has been destroyed. We don't know what happened, but one thing is certain, these 3 guys had a fierce battle before reaching this position, and clearly, they emerged victorious. Then Titan SPEAKERMAN threw the body of the old scientist Skibiditoilet to the ground, and we can see that there's nothing left on his body, not even his face, which was crushed literally like a pile of rubble. Then Lost TV Man teleported to this location with a severely injured body, and I guess his team sacrificed everything. And Lost TV Man said, "It's just a scratch." This statement implies that compared to the sacrifices of other agents, this injury is nothing. so don't worry about me. Indeed, this guy is very good at reading the situation. Because, yes, compared to the losses from other agents, surviving is extremely fortunate. Then Plunger Cameraman crawled to the position of Dark Speakerman in the final moments of his life, and both of them held hands once again. And we, the viewers, all understand that this is their final handshake as close friends. Then Dark Speakerman's body also ceased to function, and the Alliance officially bid farewell to a hero. Truly, he deserves the respect of all viewers worldwide. Throughout his journey, Dark Speakerman always cared about the safety of his teammates and always made the best decisions to help the team overcome difficulties. We can see TV Woman showing a crying expression, while Camera Woman also couldn't do anything but look sad. Suddenly, Plunger Cameraman's POV malfunctioned again. Once again, he began to see the ghost of Lucky Cameraman. Plunger Cameraman zoomed in to confirm whether this was true or not. And indeed, it was. It seems that Lucky Cameraman is genuinely sad about what happened, and then he disappeared. After that, Plunger Cameraman saw two other camera ghosts holding hands affectionately, and then they turned around. At the same time, their flashlight turned green. The craziest moment in the entire history of the film happened, because Plunger Cameraman began to fade away, and his view was brought to some room, where a mysterious agent was sitting. If you look, you can see three things to the right of this guy: one cameraman's head, one speakerman's head, and one to man's head. I don't know if these are displays of the mysterious agent or not, but they look strange. I have no idea where he got these. However, the most important thing is the computer on the left, symbolizing what? Many people think that with the appearance of three heads of the three tribes having equality in the film, with the appearance of an additional computer, it is highly likely that this is a prediction that in the future there will be a new tribe called Computer, which means the tribe of computers. Or it could also be that this guy is using a computer to read data from inside those heads, or some other data, because right after that the cameraman stepped forward and handed him a reel. Now let's decipher the words of the mysterious agent. First of all, this guy said, "Well done. Thanks to you, scientist Skibiditoilet has been eliminated. However, a greater threat is coming. That's why some things need to be kept secret. There is no evidence except that in this battle you did not survive after that stab." After this statement, we can conclude that Plunger Cameraman, he knows too much about the mysterious agent, as well as scientist Skibiditoilet after the intrusion into his base, because the mysterious agent mentioned a threat named Astro Toilet. If you remember, besides the three titans who witnessed this Astro Toilet, only Plunger Cameraman saw its outfit inside that mysterious room. And besides, it seems that only Plunger Cameraman noticed the face of the mysterious agent on the newspaper stuck on the wall. And only Plunger Cameraman saw the mysterious agent talking to scientist Skibiditoilet as they approached his room at the beginning of the movie. And up to this point, Plunger Cameraman is the only one left alive after knowing all of that. So, from these things, we can say that the mysterious agent wants to quietly manipulate his influence and fade in the darkness, so that he can easily control this battle. We don't know his motive, and the only thing we know is that this guy has a purpose and is ready to help both sides, depending on what he wants to do. After Plunger Cameraman returns to his reality, his whole body begins to malfunction, and TV Woman starts hugging Camera Woman with a sad face. They all know what will happen. So, Plunger Cameraman turns to his tribe leader to give him a thumbs up, and then he leaves like a hero. The episode ends here. Truly, I have to give all the praise to such a crazy episode like this. And I can assert that this is the best episode ever. No episode can compare to it. There's too much to say and analyze further, so we'll meet in another video. And if you find this video interesting and fun, please leave a like and subscribe to motivate me for the next videos. For now, goodbye and see you again.